Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good evening. Happy Tuesday night, and welcome to the program. I'm your host, Doc Watkins. I'm joined by Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass. My special guest tonight is saxophonist, airman, and brand new father, Mr. Jason Galbraith. We'll get to the music in just a minute, but first, let's have a look at the Jazz Texas news. In a stunning performance, 21-year-old rookie Tadej Pogacar has become the second youngest winner of the Tour de France. In response, Lance Armstrong said he would have won the Tour de France when he was only 9 years old, had his third-grade teacher not caught him doping. In sports, Detroit Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire announced that after 3 seasons, he's retiring immediately. Other major league teams paid tribute to Gardenhire, including the Houston Astros, who held a moment of silent trash can banging. Lee Kerslake, the drummer for Ozzy Osbourne, has passed away. Instead of lowering a flag in his memory, Ozzy Osbourne says he will eat half a bat. A NASA spokesperson announced that later this month, up to 10 bottles of a new Estee Lauder skincare cream will launch to the International Space Station. This is all part of NASA's secret plan to battle extraterrestrial space aliens by having astronauts armed with facials. And finally, a 102-year-old New Hampshire woman has reportedly survived both COVID-19 and the 1918 Spanish flu. According to the woman, that was all easy compared to all these years of surviving this. And that's it for the Jazz Texas News. We'll get to the music in just a moment, but first, how about a toast? Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Welcome to the program tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. We also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who's ordered from our bar and our kitchen. Jazz Texas is now open 5 nights a week for curbside and delivery. So here's to many more years of music, food, drinks, and fellowship. Cheers, y'all. Starting out in the musical program tonight, we like to play an old jazz standard entitled How High the Moon. That's Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. How High the Moon. Thank you very much, y'all. We want to give a big shout out to our production team. That's Caitlin Hill on the audio and on the video production. You know him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Science. With Wizard Broadcasting. Also, a big thank you to our media sponsor and partner, KRTU 91.7 FM, one of the greatest jazz stations on the planet. Make sure and tune in to KRTU on your way home from work, on your way to work in the morning. They're playing a lot of great tunes for you. Also, we have a show sponsor this evening that I would like to give a big, thankful shout out. True story, I was taking a shower just the other day, and all of a sudden, the faucet exploded. Water was going all over the place, all over the wall, into the shower. And I thought, who can I call? And I called my buddy Paul Ryan. I said, Paul, we got an emergency. You got to come over and help us out. And so he sent his company, Urban Craftsman Services, over to my house. Same day, they fixed everything. So thank you to our show sponsor, Paul Ryan and Urban Craftsman Services, for all your, for all your repair, remodeling, and handyman needs. Isn't it great having your own show? It's so much fun that I can now have sponsors and friends that I can thank on the show. So Paul, you are the best. Make sure and call Paul Ryan and Urban Craftsman Services. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very exciting announcement to make. We've waited 6 months to tell you that we finally have a gig. But after 6 months of quarantining and doing live streaming, which we're going to continue to do, we're very excited to announce that we have a live outdoor concert on October 10th that is pre-sailing tonight, just for members or just for watchers of our show. And the gig is at 7:30 p.m. It's at a little dive downtown called the AT&T Center. We'll be playing in the Bud Light Courtyard for a socially distanced event on the Bud Light center stage. And we're partnering with the Spurs and the AT&T Center, so we're so excited to announce that in just a couple weeks, we've actually got a live gig. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be me and Brandon on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass, and Jason Galbraith on the saxophone. So hope you'll come and check us out on October 10th. You can go to the AT&T Center website at attcenter.com. There's also a pre-sale link in the little description of the video where you can buy tickets, and that's exclusive just to watchers of the show tonight. The regular sale goes on tomorrow, so make sure and check us out on October 10th. And moving along with the program, we'd like to do one of my favorite waltz tunes. This is a tune entitled Alice in Wonderland. That's Alice in Wonderland. Thank you very much, y'all. Well, we are so excited to welcome our special guest to the show tonight for the first time since the quarantine. You know him from JazzTexas. He's played in my big band for several years. We've recorded albums together. He has his own quartet. He has a trio with Brandon. He's an enormously talented saxophone player. He also has a new baby, which we're going to talk about, and some new video recordings, which we're going to show you. Ladies and gentlemen, very good friend, wonderful musician, San Antonio's own Mr. Jason Galbraith.
Thank you so much, Doc. It's great to be here.
Take it away, man. That's Jason Galbraith on the tenor saxophone playing Nat Adderley's Work Song. Jason, welcome to the Doc Watkins Show.
Thank you so much. This is awesome to play with real musicians.
So you've been, it's been a long time since you've been on the bandstand. I think it's been March since the last time we played together.
I think so. Yeah, you're correct.
And you've been practicing a lot, as I can tell. You sound terrific.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's it like playing by yourself, you know?
Well, you've got to be creative.
Yeah.
You know,
you don't have any other musicians to play with.
No, you don't. And you know, you want to, keep up on every instrument, and it's a challenge.
And there's a lot of saxophones to play. I mean, how many saxophones are there?
Well, there's soprano, alto, tenor, barry at least.
And if you go back to the Greeks, the ancient Greeks, you find even more that there are to play.
Even more. Yeah.
You have to practice lots. And Brandon and Mike and I have been getting to do the show together and play trio music, but you've been having to find other ways. And we found a video of you playing with a group led by you, and including members such as yourself, and we'd like to play that for everybody. Chris, do we have the video of Jason playing with himself by himself in his studio, playing some saxophone music during the quarantine? Can we pull that up?
Hey, has anyone seen Jason? No. Huh?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Here we go. 1, 2.
So Jason, the question that you must have every morning when you look yourself in the mirror, which one is the real you?
Oh, I know.
So how'd that come about? How did you do that?
It was kind of a project I had where for Charlie Parker's 100-year anniversary birthday, I wanted to write a sax quartet piece, and Bill King and I kind of talked about doing something, and obviously we're holed up at home. So I wrote this quartet, and I was wondering how I was going to perform it, and so I was like, just for fun, just to hear it, I'm going to record all the parts. And then it kind of turned into, what else? What other creative things can I do with this to kind of make it my own?
You mentioned Bill King, and then you called Bill King. I noticed that Bill King was excluded from that video. Was that intentional?
He didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
he wanted to stay. He wanted to stay more than 6 feet away.
How do you stitch them all together?
So I had a camera on a tripod. Nothing could move, so everything had to be in one take. I recorded all the audio, and then I went ahead and kind of milli-vanillied the saxophone over the top. But the hard part was lining everything up where the seams weren't as noticeable. If you really look, you'll see some little Easter eggs.
Really? Well, Milli Vanilli haven't. That's a throwback right there, kids. Look that up, and you'll know what he's talking about. So, Jason, you're in the Air Force, and I know that a lot of the musicians that play at JazzTexas are Air Force musicians, and you guys have kept really busy during the quarantine. Is that
Man,
right?
we have. Yeah. I mean, you're doing the same thing. You know, as musicians, if one part of our performance aspect gets taken away, then it's time to get creative and say, how can we put our music out into the world? And that's really what the Air Force Band has done with virtual performances and online concerts and whatnot.
So what does a day in the life look like for you now?
A lot of recording, a lot of brainstorming projects that we can use, a lot of thinking about what we can do to match up with the interests of our viewers and social media.
Any plans for live concerts with the Air Force Band?
Yeah, we've got a live performance. It's going to be live streamed on Veterans Day. I've had a heavy hand in that one. We've got our Holiday in Blue performance in around Christmas time, which we're really gearing up for now and doing a lot of the recording for. So yeah, a lot of projects on the horizon.
And you are going to be playing with us on October 10th at the AT&T Center. We got that gig. I called Jason, said, please tell me you're available. The great thing, well, it's not the great thing, but it's like if you have a gig, everyone's available. So I called Jason, I was like, you can't tell me you've already got a gig somewhere else. And so Jason's going to be joining us on October 10th.
I am.
And also, you have a brand new baby out.
I do. It's on Spotify, Amazon Music, streaming.
What's his name? Congratulations.
Peter Andrew is his name.
Peter Andrew. And how old is he?
He's coming up on 6 months.
So was he born, it was right before the lockdown or right after?
Yeah, March 29th.
March 29th, and I think we locked down on March 17th or something like that. So congratulations. Perchance, do you have any photos that we can see?
You know, as a matter of fact, let me get my phone. I've got 1,000.
Chris, can we pull up some photos of baby Peter? 6 months old. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's been, man, a lot's changed in the last month, or it's the last 6 months since we've seen you. So is this the first live performance that you've done with a band?
With actual
musicians, not including your own alter egos?
Yes, it is. It really is, yeah.
Wow. Seriously, when you perform that quartet, if you had to choose one of those guys and you're like, that's the real me, which one would it be?
The tenor.
The tenor saxophone.
Yeah, all day long.
I kind of would have figured. Well,
The other guys are phonies.
The other guys are phonies. Let's play some more music. How about we play the Tennessee Waltz together?
Yeah, let's do that.
Here we go. as Jason Galbraith, the Tennessee Waltz. Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to have Jason back in just a little bit, but first of all, we know that we're on 6 months and running now. No end in sight to this quarantine, and many of you are stuck at home trying to find interesting and fun things to do, like playing board games, yet you've run out of all the board games, and the stores are out of board games now because there's no more to be bought. And now you're turning to things like TikTok videos and YouTube videos of kittens and puppies and unicorns and even professional sports athletes to try and keep you occupied during this time. Well, we have created our own unique board game, which you can play along with right there from the comfort of your own boudoir. So without further ado, let's play the board game. Well, you know how the board game works by now. We choose two famous people, both of whom are pretty boring. We compare and contrast them a little bit, and then by the end of the game, I get to decide who's the biggest bore. So tonight on the board game, who's more boring? Mira Sorvino or Mena Suvari? Well, on the one hand, Mira Sorvino is an American actress. Her father is an actor and her mother is a therapist, which guaranteed that no matter what profession Mira Sorvino chose, she'd be totally effed up. Mira Sorvino appeared in the movie Quiz Show. Coincidentally, on actual quiz shows, a popular question is, whatever happened to Mira Sorvino's career? Mira Sorvino won an Academy Award after she appeared as a lovable hooker in the film Mighty Aphrodite, as opposed to Stormy Daniels, who appeared as a lovable hooker with future U.S. President. Recently, Mira Sorvino released a statement in which she claimed that Harvey Weinstein tried to sabotage her career, but in his defense, Harvey said that he mistook Mira for being a lovable hooker. On the other hand, Mena Suvari is an American actress. Mena Suvari is the daughter of a nurse and a psychiatrist, which made it very convenient for her to go into therapy right after she was born. Unlike Mira Sorvino, who graduated from Harvard and majored in Mandarin, Mena Suvari didn't go to college, but has eaten at a Chinese restaurant. Mena Suvari has been married twice and is currently dating Sal Sanchez Jr. Sal is often asked his clients what it's like to be with a woman who won an Oscar, to which Sal replies, "No, I think you're confusing my girlfriend, Mena Suvari, with Mira Sorvino." In a recent interview, Mena Suvari said that growing up, she wanted to be an archaeologist, an astronaut, or a doctor. Unfortunately, when it was explained to her that all those professions required that she'd have to finish high school, Mena decided to stick with being a model. It's a very tough call on this one, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have to pick who bores you the most, Mira Sorvino or Mena Suvari, the correct answer is Mira Sorvino. And thank you for playing the board game. And now, back to the music. We'd like to play one of my favorite songs now, a beautiful tune called There Will Never Be Another You. Thank you very much, everybody. That's There Will Never Be Another You. Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. We have time for just one more tune this evening before it's time to say goodnight, but we want to welcome you back on Friday night and on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Texas time. We've got more episodes of the Doc Watkins Show up ahead, so make sure and tune in. We're going to do a tune from our latest album, Songs of 2019. This one has been very popular since we put it out, and we've got a lot of requests for it. It's called Hildebrand Avenue, and we're going to welcome Jason Galbraith up on the tenor saxophone to play it with us. So welcome back, Jason. Here we go. That's Jason Galbraith on the sax, Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass, Caitlin Hill on the audio, and Chris Science with Wizard Broadcasting. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we've got a live show coming up outdoors, socially distanced at the AT&T Center on October 10th, so make sure and get tickets at attcenter.com. There's also a special link for you in the description of tonight's video where you can get pre-sale tickets. Only for viewers of the Doc Watkins Show. You can get tickets tonight before anyone else gets access to them tomorrow. So make sure and book your tickets. We think it's going to sell out. It's going to be a lot of fun. The weather's going to be great, right? And so we'll see you on October 10th, and we'll also see you back here live streaming from Jazz Texas at 8 p.m. this Friday and Saturday night. Thank you all so much, and good night.